You're in the middle of a sentence. You just said, I goed to the store yesterday. The moment it leaves your mouth, you realize that's wrong. Your face gets hot, your mind goes blank, you stop talking completely, and now everyone's staring at you.
Oh, I've been there. I was at a job interview in Boston, and I said, I have worked there for 3 years, instead of I have worked or I worked. I knew it was wrong the second I said it, and I just froze. I couldn't remember what I was even talking about. I was so focused on my mistake that I lost my train of thought completely.
And that's exactly what we're fixing today. We're teaching you the exact 3-step method to recover from mistakes in English, so you can fix them smoothly and keep talking confidently.
I'm Olivia.
And I'm Paul. Welcome to English Together.
Okay, so let's talk about why this is such a huge problem. What happens when most learners make a mistake?
They panic. They stop talking, or they say, sorry, 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 5 times and completely derail the conversation.
Yes, and then they spend the rest of the conversation thinking about that one mistake instead of actually communicating.
Exactly. And here's what you need to understand. Mistakes are not the problem. It's how you react to them that matters. Because here's the truth. Native speakers make mistakes all the time. We use the wrong word, we mix up grammar, we mispronounce things. The difference is we know how to recover quickly and keep going.
So today, we're teaching you something we call the 3R recovery method.
Here's how it works. When you make a mistake, you need 3 things. R1, recognize. Catch your mistake without panicking. R2, repair. Fix it smoothly with the right phrases. And R3, resume. Keep talking confidently like nothing happened.
In the next 18 minutes, you'll learn the exact phrases to use for each step, the mindset shifts that'll stop you from panicking, and the cultural truth about mistakes in English that most teachers never tell you.
And by the end, you'll actually feel relieved when you make a mistake because you'll know exactly what to do next. All right, let's start with R1, recognize. This is about catching your mistake without spiraling into panic.
What does spiraling into panic look like?
It's when you make one small grammar mistake and then your brain goes, oh no, my English is terrible. Everyone thinks I'm stupid. I shouldn't be speaking English. I'm embarrassing myself. And then you can't focus on the conversation anymore.
That's so real. I do that.
Everyone does. But here's the mindset shift you need. Making a mistake is proof that you're trying. Silent people make 0 mistakes because they don't speak. But you're speaking, which means you're learning.
I love that. So, how do you recognize a mistake without panicking?
You notice it, acknowledge it mentally, and make a decision. Do I need to fix this or can I keep going? Because here's the thing, not every mistake needs to be corrected out loud.
Wait, really? So sometimes you can just ignore it?
Exactly. If the other person understood what you meant and it's a small grammar mistake, you don't have to stop and correct yourself. You can just make a mental note and continue. For example, if you say, I have 3 childs instead of 3 children, the other person understands you. You can mentally note, oh, it's children, and keep talking. You don't have to stop and say, sorry, I mean children.
So you're recognizing it, but you're choosing not to repair it.
Right. But if the mistake changes the meaning, like if you say, I'm boring when you mean I'm bored, or you use the completely wrong word, then you move to R2, repair. Okay, R2, repair. This is where you fix the mistake smoothly and professionally. And the key word is smoothly. You don't want to make a big deal out of it.
So, what are the phrases you can use?
Here are the most natural ones. Phrase 1, sorry, I mean, correct version. Phrase 2, wait, not wrong word, correct word. Phrase 3, let me rephrase that. Correct version. Phrase 4, actually, correct version.
Can you give me examples?
Sure. Let's say you said, I goed to the store. You can immediately say, sorry, I mean I went to the store. Wait, not goed, went to the store. Or if you use the wrong word completely, like I bought a new recipe when you meant receipt. Wait, not recipe, I mean receipt. Actually, receipt, the paper from the store.
Oh, so you're just quickly correcting yourself and moving on.
Exactly. No long apology, no, oh my God, my English is so bad. Just a quick, calm correction.
What about if you mispronounce something?
Same approach. Let's say you say, I went to the beach, but you pronounced it like bitch. You'd immediately say, sorry, I mean beach, with the long E sound. Wait, beach, the place with sand and water.
Okay, but here's my question. What if you don't know the correct version? Like you know you made a mistake, but you're not sure how to fix it.
Great question. In that case, you can use these phrases. Phrase 5, sorry, I'm not sure if that's the right word. Phrase 6, how do you say that correctly? Phrase 7, is it option A or option B? For example, I goed, wait, is it went or goed? I always mix that up.
Oh, so you're asking for help instead of pretending you know.
Exactly. And here's a cultural insight. In English-speaking countries, asking for help with language is seen as smart and humble, not weak. People will respect you more for asking than for pretending.
I wish I'd known that earlier in my English journey.
Now, let me tell you a story about not repairing correctly. I was learning French and I was at a dinner party in Paris. I was trying to say I'm excited about the food, but I used the wrong word. I accidentally said something that means I'm sexually aroused instead of excited.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I realized it was wrong from everyone's reaction, but I didn't know how to fix it. So I just said sorry and stopped talking. The whole table was awkward and I was mortified. If I'd known how to repair, I could have just laughed and said, wait, that's not the right word. I mean, I'm happy about the food. It would have broken the tension and shown I was aware of the mistake.
So, repairing isn't just about being correct, it's about showing you're in control of the conversation.
Exactly. When you repair smoothly, you show confidence. When you panic and shut down, you make it more awkward.
Okay, so we've recognized the mistake, we've repaired it. Now what? Do we just keep talking?
Yes, that's R3, resume. This is the step most learners forget. After you fix the mistake, you need to continue your sentence like nothing happened.
Why is that hard?
Because people get stuck dwelling on the mistake. They're thinking, did I fix it right? Did they think I'm stupid? What else am I going to mess up? And they lose focus on what they were actually trying to say.
So, how do you resume confidently?
You use transition words to reconnect to your original point. Here are the best ones. Transition 1. Anyway, as I was saying. Transition 2. So, yeah. Transition 3. But like I said. Transition 4. Where was I? Oh, right.
Can you show me what this looks like all together? Like all three R's in one example?
Sure. Let's say you're telling a story and you make a mistake. Here's how it would sound. Yesterday I went to the new restaurant downtown. Anyway, the food was amazing. See? Recognize. I goed. Repair. I went. Resume. Anyway, the food was amazing.
Oh, that flows so naturally. It doesn't even sound like a big deal.
That's the point. When you use the 3R method, mistakes become just a tiny speed bump, not a crash. Okay, pause for 1 second. We've just given you about 10 phrases, but here's the thing. You need to practice saying them out loud, or they won't come naturally when you actually make a mistake in real conversations.
So, right now, we're going to practice 3 phrases together. Say them out loud with us, even if you're alone. Ready?
First phrase, blank. Say it out loud.
3-second pause.
Next, wait, not blank, dash, blank. Say it.
3-second pause.
Last one. Anyway, as I was saying, say it out loud right now.
3-second pause.
Did you do it? If you said all 3 out loud, you're already ahead of 90% of learners. That's how you train your brain to recover automatically when you make a mistake in real conversations.
All right, let's keep going.
Now I want to talk about something that's really important. What not to say when you make a mistake.
This is huge because some reactions actually make things worse.
Like what?
Here are the phrases you should avoid. Don't say, "Sorry, my English is so bad." Why not? You're putting yourself down and making the other person uncomfortable. They don't know how to respond to that. Don't say, "I'm so stupid." Why not? You're not stupid. You're learning a whole new language. Never insult yourself. Don't say sorry more than once. Why not? One sorry is polite. 5 sorries makes it awkward and shifts the focus from the conversation to your anxiety.
So instead of apologizing for your English level, you just fix a specific mistake and move on?
Exactly. Compare these. Awkward reaction. I goad, "Oh my God, sorry, my English is terrible. I always mess up past tense. I'm so bad at this." Sorry, what was I saying? Smooth reaction. I goad, I went to the store. Anyway, I found exactly what I needed.
Wow, the difference is huge. The first one makes me feel secondhand embarrassment. The second one sounds confident.
And here's a personal story about this. When I was teaching English in Japan, I had a student named Yuki who would say, "Sorry, I'm so stupid," every single time she made a mistake. And I told her, "Yuki, you're not stupid. You're speaking a second language. I can't even say hello in Japanese. You're already ahead of me."
What happened?
We practiced together. I made her replace "I'm so stupid" with "Oops, let me fix that." And after a few weeks, she stopped apologizing and started recovering smoothly. Her confidence went way up, and her English actually improved faster because she wasn't wasting energy on shame.
That's beautiful. So the words you use to react to mistakes actually change how you feel about learning.
Absolutely, your self-talk matters. If you call yourself stupid, you'll start believing it. If you treat mistakes as normal and fixable, you'll feel empowered. Now, let's talk about a cultural truth that most English teachers don't tell you. In English-speaking cultures, especially the US, UK, Canada, Australia, making mistakes while learning is not seen as shameful. It's seen as brave.
Really? Because in some cultures, making mistakes, especially in front of others, is really embarrassing.
I know, and that's a huge cultural difference. In many Asian cultures, for example, there's a lot of pressure to be perfect before you speak. But in English-speaking cultures, we value trying over perfection.
So if I make a grammar mistake in a meeting, people won't think I'm incompetent.
Not if you're a non-native speaker, no. In fact, most native speakers will be impressed that you're speaking English at all. They'll respect your effort.
That makes me feel so much better.
And here's the other thing. Confident English speakers, native or not, make mistakes and self-correct all the time. Listen to any podcast, any interview, any conversation. You'll hear people say, "Wait, I mean," or "actually," constantly. It's a normal part of speaking.
So self-correcting doesn't make you sound unsure, it makes you sound thoughtful.
Exactly. It shows you're monitoring your own speech, which is actually a sign of fluency.
All right, we're about 15 minutes in, and I want to tell you something. We've taught over 60,000 students this exact method, the 3R recovery method. And you know what they tell us? They say that learning how to recover from mistakes was the moment their confidence completely changed.
Because they finally stopped being afraid of speaking. They knew that even if they made a mistake, they had the tools to fix it and keep going.
And in our community, we've noticed something interesting. The learners who make the most progress aren't the ones who make the fewest mistakes. They're the ones who recover the fastest and keep practicing. So if you're still watching, know that you're learning one of the most powerful skills in English, not avoiding mistakes, but handling them like a pro.
All right, let's recap everything with the 3R recovery method. R1, recognize without panicking. Notice your mistake calmly. Decide, does this need to be fixed? Remember, mistakes are proof you're trying.
Don't spiral into negative self-talk.
Mental shift. I made a mistake, not I'm terrible at English.
R2, repair with smooth phrases. Sorry, I mean, wait, not blank, but blank. Actually, let me rephrase that. Is it blank or blank if you're not sure?
Keep it short. One quick correction, no long apologies.
R3, resume confidently. Use transitions to continue. Anyway, so, as I was saying, don't dwell on the mistake. Keep the conversation flowing. Remember, native speakers do this all the time.
The whole sequence. Catch it, fix it, move on.
What not to do? Don't say, my English is so bad. Don't apologize multiple times. Don't call yourself stupid. Don't stop talking completely. Instead, fix the mistake once and keep going like the confident speaker you are.
And here's your homework this week. The next time you make a mistake, and you will because everyone does, use the 3R method. Recognize it calmly, repair it with one of these phrases, and resume your sentence. Do it once, and you'll see how natural it feels.
Start with small mistakes in low-pressure situations. Practice with language partners, friends, or even when talking to yourself. Build the muscle memory.
All right, we covered so much today, and we are so proud of you for watching all the way through. If this lesson helped you, please give it a like right now. It helps other English learners find this when they're struggling with the same fear. And if you haven't already, subscribe to English Together. We post a new practical English lesson every single week.
Now, here's our question for you. Have you ever made a funny or embarrassing mistake in English that you didn't know how to recover from? Maybe you said the wrong word and it meant something totally different. Or maybe you mispronounced something and everyone laughed. Or maybe you froze up after one mistake and couldn't finish your sentence. I told you about my awkward French dinner party disaster, and Olivia shared her job interview freeze. Now it's your turn. Tell us your story in the comments. What was the mistake and what happened next?
We read every single comment and will reply to as many as we can. Plus, sharing your story helps other learners realize they're not alone. We've all been there.
And remember, making mistakes doesn't mean you're bad at English. It means you're brave enough to try. The 3R recovery method is your safety net. Recognize, repair, resume.
You now have the exact phrases to use, the mindset to stay calm, and the knowledge that even native speakers do this all the time.
Practice it, trust yourself, and watch your confidence grow.
Thanks for learning with us today.
See you in the next video.